So, over the weekend, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Adeboye, called for the release of this TikToker
Pastor Adeboye
for criticizing him on social media. Now, for proper context, I'm going to quickly play for you a couple of the videos where the TikToker could be seen disrespecting the respected man of God. Now, I honestly do not take pleasure in playing the video you're about to see, but I believe it will help me make my points even better. So, I apologize to anyone that might feel offended by the language and utter disrespect in this video. Watch.
Pastor Adeboye, if fire want to start burning in this country true like you said, if true say you see and say fire go burn for this country, na you that fire go first burn. Yes, e go start for you and that your church, e go burn all of na down. Pastor Adeboye, I dey hear say you talk say make dem fast and pray for 100 days for Nigeria. Shey na true? Because this time I wan dey ask. So if na true, say you talk am, say more fast for 100 days for Nigeria, you are a stupid person. If na true, say na you talk am, you no get sense. Adeboye, Pastor Adeboye of Redeem, if na true say you talk say more fast for 100 days for Nigeria, you are a stupid person. Yeah. For 100 days, na you go take suffer back to back. Oh, you cool. If na true, say you talk am. Stupid idiot. If na true, say you talk am. Nonsense.
So while speaking to his congregation over the weekend, Pastor Adeboye, who apparently had become aware of the video, said this.
I heard that there was someone who lambasted me thoroughly because what's my offense? Because I asked my people to fast for 100 days. I didn't ask him. I didn't even ask anybody who is not a member of the Redeemed Christian Church of God to fast. Only my children. Only my children. God said that it will happen. I was told that some people got so angry and they went and arrested the fellow. Release him. He's fulfilling prophecy.
So the question is, who is this individual that arrested this TikToker on behalf of Pastor Adeboye? If you don't already know him, I'm unhappy to introduce him to you.
My name is James Paul Adama, and I am the convener of the Concerned Christian Youth Forum. I was deeply disturbed to come across a recent video in which an individual identified as a 32-year-old Ogunsayo Olumide John launched a vicious verbal assault on Pastor E.A. Adeboye. This brazen act of cyber harassment is not only reprehensible, but also strikes at the heart of our cultural norms and values. It undermines the crucial principle of respect for elders that is so deeply embedded in our society. Christian leaders and all elders in our society deserve to be treated with the uttermost respect as they represent the wisdom, experience, and cultural legacy of our nation. The erosion of this fundamental principle of respect for elders is a worrisome development that must be addressed with urgency. Targeting such a prominent and respected figure like Pastor E.A. Adeboye and others serve as a stark reminder of the growing menace of cyber harassment and the urgent need to address it before it spirals out of control. This is to inform the general public that the said Ogunsayo Olumide John has been arrested and will be charged to court for his unprovoked, distasteful, and disrespectful insult directed at the revered Christian leader, Pastor E.A. Adeboye, on the social media platform TikTok, Facebook, X. The Concerned Christian Youth Forum is behind this arrest. Let me reiterate that as Concerned Christian Youth Forum, we will no longer fold our arms and watch such reprehensible behaviors, especially those targeting highly esteemed and prominent figures like genuine leaders of the Christian faith. Such attacks will no longer be tolerated or condoned in our nation. Ogunsayo Olamide John's insult constituted a grave violation of the Nigeria cybercrime law, specifically Section 24 of the Cybercrimes Prohibition, Prevention, etc., Act 2024 as amended, which criminalized cyber harassment, making it punishable by imprisonment. His action constituted cyber harassment under the law as he maliciously and intentionally insulted and defamed the person and character of Pastor E.A. Adeboye, a revered religious leader, with the intent to publicly embarrass him, emotionally humiliate him, and harm his reputation in violation of Section 24(1) of the Act. Given the gravity of this issue and its far-reaching implications, I employ the Inspector General of Police, the Director General of the Department of State Service, and all the other security agencies to redouble their efforts in combating this growing threat to our societal moral fiber.
Now that you've met him, what are your thoughts on everything you have heard him say in this video? Let me know in the comment section. Happened during the week. But if you care to know my own view, I did a 2-3 minutes rant on everything you heard him say there about 2-3 weeks ago when I first learned of the existence of this group. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. But one thing I said at the time now seems to have come to pass. Watch. You suggested that you are representing all the churches in Nigeria. So I ask you, what gives you the impression that you have the blessings of all the churches in Nigeria to embark on such a journey? Did the Redeemed Christian Church of God, for instance, give you the nod to arrest content creators who insult their general overseer, Pastor Adeboye? Did they? Now, while I agree with almost, if not everything he said in his opening remarks, I cannot disagree more with his closing statements.
My name is James Paul Adama.
And I wouldn't want to belabor the matter since I already sufficiently responded to it in this video. So please feel free to watch. But like I said before, and I'm not afraid to say it again, this guy right here will ultimately end up causing more harm than good for the body of Christ. And I just honestly sympathize with the churches and organizations listening to him for advice. But as provocative and condemnable as some of his utterances are these the kind of characters the so-called Concerned Christian Youth Forum would want the globally respected Pastor Adeboye to be mindful of? Thankfully, Pastor Adeboye has made his position clear enough. And just in case you guys still don't get it, Pastor Adeboye is essentially saying, I know better, and therefore I would not endorse the arrest and prosecution of every Dick, Tom, and Harry. Even Pastor Leke Adeboye, with due respect to him, shouldn't be caught responding to characters like this. The undeniable truth is that there is so much that this so-called Concerned Christian Youth Forum can do for the body of Christ, but their current preoccupation shouldn't be one of them. Now, for all intents and purposes, and following Pastor Adeboye's unambiguous message, those sponsoring this guy and his group now need to do the needful.
You're fired.